Think about all the irreplaceable moments on your computer, your kids' photos, important records, years of work, and memories. If your computer crashed today, how much would you lose? It happens every day, and it's completely preventable. That's why I use and recommend Carbonite, my number one choice for cloud backup. Carbonite gives you unlimited automatic protection for everything that matters. It quietly backs up all your photos, documents, and important memories in the background, safely, privately, and always just a click away on your computer or mobile app. Carbonite is your ultimate backup plan. It protects you from the unexpected, from accidental deletions and hard drive crashes to floods, fires, and even a morning coffee spill on your laptop. And if something does happen, recovery couldn't be easier. Just log in and restore everything with one click, even on a brand new computer. Right now, get 50% off Carbonite when you go to Carbonite.com/Kim. That's Carbonite.com/Kim. Live a better digital life with Carbonite. Sign up for my free daily newsletter, The Current, at GetKim.com. When I read about this story, I was just astounded, Andrew. Andi Burns was just driving home from work in Ohio. Black ice, tree, a 15-foot drop. Then her truck was upside down in freezing riverbank in the dark. She had 4 inches of air between her face and the water. No phone, no way to call for help. But she was wearing an Apple Watch. And joining us right now is Andi herself. Hi there, Andi.
Hi.
So you were completely in the dark, upside down, water rising around you. Did you even know at that time that your Apple Watch had called 911?
No, I had no idea.
Wow. So you probably thought, what was going through your mind then?
Just that this isn't real. It's not happening. Like, I was freaking out. It was freezing. Just, I don't even know.
So if you didn't know your watch had called 911, how were you trying to survive? Were you just keeping your nose and mouth above water to breathe, or were you actively trying to get out of the truck?
At first, I was trying to get out of the truck, but I had my seatbelt on, and the way I was almost like held up, I couldn't find the buckle to get the seatbelt undone, so I just kind of almost laid there and just waited.
Did you accept that this was the end, or did you think someone's bound to have heard or seen the crash, so someone will be there soon?
At first, I definitely thought that there was nobody that was going to show up or find me or hear me wreck or anything.
And that you had what, 4 inches between you and the floorboard where you were breathing?
Yes.
Wow, that's something. So what happened next?
I heard like almost like an automated voice coming through my speaker in my truck, and then I heard the 911 dispatcher. I heard her voice telling me, asking me where I was at, telling me there was people on the way and what happened and stuff like that.
Wow, gosh, that must have been really something to hear that voice when you're alone in the dark.
Yes.
And how long did it take for them to come and find you?
About 20 minutes. They had came from one wreck to me.
Okay, and then what were you holding on to?
I was holding on to my steering wheel.
Trying to visualize that.
Yeah.
Upside down.
Because the truck's upside down, the floorboard is there. She's holding on to that steering wheel with 4 inches of air. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
so you were almost like collapsed in half just to get your head to where you could breathe.
Yeah.
And then what happened when the firefighters came?
Actually, the sheriff's office, they were there before the fire department came. So what I found out was there was a police officer actually standing on top of my truck trying to see where I was at and locate me. And then the firefighters came down and tried to open my door, but it was locked. And my truck doesn't lock, so I don't really know how that happened. but they used a window punch and punched the window out of my door and then popped the door open and pulled me out by my legs.
Oh my gosh. What was the temperature of that water?
Below freezing.
Oh my goodness.
And so how long were you in there?
About 25 minutes.
You know what? You have a lot of resiliency. You do.
You need to wear like 36 Apple Watch. I think we all do. Because
I know, yeah.
this is remarkable.
It really is. It really is. Okay, so we are right in the middle of a chilling survival story with Andi Burns, who was trapped upside down in a pitch black freezing river with only 4 inches of air left to breathe. So when my co-host Andrew and I come back, we are revealing the unbelievable twist behind the silent lifesaver that automatically alerted first responders while Andi was fighting just to keep her head above water. We're diving into the tech that completely bypassed the need to dial 911 and looking at the standard hidden features built directly into your smartphone and smartwatches. And we'll discuss how these incredible safety features work. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Managing money used to take up a lot of my time. I'd spend hours tracking bills, subscriptions, and upcoming payments. Well, thanks to Rocket Money, everything is now organized in one place. It's so much simpler. The app shows every subscription you're paying for and lets you cancel the ones you don't need with only a few taps. Together, Rocket Money users have canceled subscriptions and saved over $880 million. Rocket Money also keeps track of where your money's going and gives you a heads up before your bills are due, or if your account balance is getting low. On average, Rocket Money users save more than $70 in their first month using the app. And here's what I really like about Rocket Money. It can move money into your savings automatically, so you put money aside without even thinking about it. It makes managing your money a whole lot easier. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/Kim. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim. rocketmoney.com/Kim.
No one goes to Hank's for spreadsheets. They go for a darn good pizza. Lately, though, the shop's been quiet, so Hank decides to bring back the $1 slice. He asks Copilot in Microsoft Excel to look at his sales and costs and help him see if he can afford it. Copilot shows Hank where the money's going and which little extras make the dollar slice work. Now Hank has a line out the door. Hank makes the pizza, Copilot handles the spreadsheets. Learn more at m365copilot.com/work.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
So when you were finally out of the truck, and I'm sure, looking down at the truck, knowing what everything, you probably were in shock, right?
Oh, absolutely.
How long did it take before you really realized what happened?
Oh, a couple days, really.
Sure.
Did you just break down at that point?
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah, because when you're going through it, your survival instincts are kicking in, right? And then after the fact, you're like, what the heck happened? And then everything gets, settles down, and that's when you're probably like, that's what you were, I'm sure. It was like, geez, what was there?
Now, is this emergency sensor that on her Apple Watch, is that standard in every single watch? Is it just ones with cellular connection?
That's a good question. Did you have cellular connected to it?
I'm honestly not sure.
Okay.
I think I did.
Yeah, because it could go through Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And so maybe if there was something in the truck. But it is pretty standard on most recent Apple Watches and also on your iPhone. It's turned on by default.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it works exactly like Andi, like you said. It detects the crash. It gives you a certain amount of time for you to respond. And if you don't respond to the watch, then it automatically calls 911 with your longitude and latitude. Okay. If you are using a Pixel watch, or if you're on a Pixel phone and even on an Android, you may have to turn this on in your settings. But thankfully that it's definitely on automatically on Apple products. Andy, thank you for sharing your story with us. And just one last question. How has this changed you?
I'm just grateful that I had the people there to come get me out and, save me. And obviously my Apple Watch, of course. My truck, that thing saved me.
Was it an older truck?
Yeah, it was an 87 Dodge Power Wagon.
Wow. Okay. And that's why it didn't lock, huh?
Yeah.
Or that's why you didn't lock, but then suddenly it did lock when you needed it to lock. There's a lot of things that worked together, Andy, for you to still be here, right?
Absolutely.
And thank you again for that. That's just an amazing story, isn't it?
Every time we hear that someone who is saved by their watch, it makes me kick myself. The mine's sitting on my side table at home right now.
See, I got mine on.
You got converted.
I did.
You're a disciple now.
I put this on in October, and you said, by November 1st, she'll have it off.
You did it.
I did. I have it. Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Just a reminder, sign up for our free newsletter right now over at getkim.com.
Hey guys, I found the only gift that Dad wants this Father's Day. Goldbelly. Goldbelly ships the most iconic foods from the best restaurants across the country straight to his door for free. Let him relax and enjoy award-winning barbecue from Texas, epic deep dish pizza from Chicago, or colossal pastrami sandwiches from New York. Make Dad feel like an absolute legend this Father's Day and go to goldbelly.com to get 20% off your first order with promo code DAD. That's goldbelly.com, code DAD.